This is Mwangaza Prime News with Kelvin Ndunda.
A very good evening. It's a pleasure having you tonight on News Bulletin. My name is Kelvin Ndunda. Indeed, you're right on time for 9 p.m. prime time news right here from our news center tonight. We have much more lined up for you. Talk to us on our service line number 22914 on our Facebook Twitter page at Mwangaza TV at Kelvin Ndunda. Saying language interview tonight is Vivian Wangesh. Let's now start off on News Bulletin. The constructions of a students' accommodation under the affordable housing programs has commenced in Homa Bay after President William Ruto laid the foundation stone for the Tomboya University Student Village. The 2,064 beds capacity is a first step in addressing the deplorable living conditions faced by students across the country while addressing the growing demand for safe, affordable and quality accommodation for university students. The President said the program is part of the broader housing fund agenda, which has already delivered 160,000 units in various categories of constructions as well as constructions of 400 new market nationwide.
Sasa ujenzi wa Student Village katika Tomboya University.
This morning is another historic occasion when we launch the first ever built student accommodation under our housing fund program. And this is one among facilities that we're going to build in our technical training colleges, in our Kenya medical training institutions, and in our universities. And the plan that is being executed at the moment is for 170,000 students to be accommodated in the facilities that are in this phase one, in different parts of the Republic of Kenya. Many people have been asking me about the housing levy and the housing fund. That is the transformation the housing levy and the housing fund will do for us in the Republic of Kenya. Apart from building already 160,000 units of housing, 3-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 1-bedroom, studios. We are also building 400 new markets across Kenya. And now we are extending the housing infrastructure to students' accommodation. Thank you very much. Congratulations. I'm very proud that we are starting the journey again here in Homa Bay. You remember we started the journey of affordable housing here?
Yes.
Because of the success we have seen in affordable housing,
yes,
I am sure we are going to succeed also in student accommodation. Asanteni sana wangwana kwa kuungana na mimi katika kufanya kazi hii, na hapa tutakuwa na vijana wengi zaidi ya 300-400 watafanya kazi katika hii student accommodation hapa katika university yetu. Congratulations. We will have many suppliers of cement, we will have suppliers of steel, we will have suppliers of from quarries and sand. We will have many people of different trades working here, and eventually we will have the students benefit from this accommodation.
This morning, I also signed into law a legislation that is going to provide for the independence of our legislature at the county government level. Another milestone in consolidating the place of devolution. Now, county assemblies can work much more effectively, much more efficiently, with independence. It is a very pleasant surprise to me that the county government of Homa Bay, working with CPF, have come up with an innovative mechanism of delivering on this building, on a program that is going to see county government of Homa Bay use this facility as they pay for it. Congratulations to all of you. I think it is a moment that other counties can learn from what Homa Bay is doing.
The county headquarters of Homa Bay, the office of the governor.
Thank you.
The deputy Well, the Deputy President Kithure Kindiki today hosted over 3,500 women on leaders from the Rakanithi County at his Irunduni Rural Home, rallying them to play a leading role in shaping the country's future for safeguarding its development agenda across the entire nation. Addressing the gathering, Kindiki updated women on the implementations of the key government projects, including the road constructions, market upgrades, electricity connectivity, and completions of the Nithi Bridge and the creation of job opportunities for young people in the country. He urged the women to be at the forefront in rejecting leaders or, in his words, have a foul mouth inciting the young people into violence, oligarchism, and destructions of public and private property that would otherwise offer jobs and income opportunities.
Nimeona siku hizi sasa ile siasa ya zamani ilikuwa na mashindano ya ni nani atatufanyia kazi zaidi, imegeuka imekuwa ni waadui. Vijana wetu wanapigana mpaka vita ati kwa sababu wanatetea mwanasiasa huu ama mwanasiasa yule mwingine. That is bad culture. Na mimi nimesema leo niseme hayo kwa sababu umeona vile nchi yetu hivi karibuni imekuwa na matatizo mengi, na saa ingine vijana yale mambo wanasema wanataka serikali ifanye ni mambo ya ukweli, ni mambo tunapaswa sisi ambao tuko uongozini kuyashughulikia. Tupunguze mambo ya rushwa, tuwajibike, tuheshimu wananchi. Hiyo mambo vijana wanasema yale mengi ni mambo mazuri, ni mambo tunapaswa kurekebisha. Lakini umeona siku hizi badala ya tu mashindano ya maoni, sasa vijana wameanza kutumika kufanya fujo, kuchoma manyumba ya watu, kuchoma biashara za watu, kufunga mabarabara na kuwasha moto. Sasa unashangaa hii mila imetoka wapi ya vita na kuharibu mali? And mimi nataka sisi wote kama wazazi tujihusishe kuambia vijana wetu unaweza kuwa na maoni tofauti. Na nikiwa hapa nataka niwahakikishie barabara zetu ambazo zilikuwa zimekwama hapa Tharaka Nithi tutazijenga na sitasimama tena, tutajenga mpaka tumalize. Tumepata pesa ya kurejesha contractor na we will build that road and complete it. Na wale watu ambao wanatoka Mara, hiyo barabara kwa sababu nimesikia mambo mingi, hiyo barabara ya Chogoria Weru. Sasa msilaumu wale viongozi wako pale tena. Msilaumu Kareke, munilaumu mimi Deputy President. Waacha Karekea sukumane na ile mambo ingine, hiyo barabara ni mimi na barabara.
The Anti-Corruption Commission in Bungoma County has adjourned the graft case involving the former Nzoia Sugar Company Managing Director Godfrey Sifuna Wanyonyi and 7 other senior officials accused of stealing millions of shillings from the company. The hearing, which was scheduled today, August 13, stalled after one of the accused persons, Benson Kwartega, failed to appear in court due to medical reasons. The Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission had lined up to witnesses detectives Abraham Kimboi and former Nzoia Sugar MD Saul Wasilwa to testify in the particular case. The multi-million shillings graft case dates back in 2018 and revolves around alleged fraudulent activities by senior managers of sugar company during Wanyonyi's tenure as a managing director.
The challenge with getting an early date is, you normally close the diary for these matters. You had closed the diary here today and tomorrow.
I have this morning received notes from the
The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission (IEBC) has been pressured to disband the Bomas of Kenya Presidential Vote Collection Center and consider the results to be counted in polling stations from every county in the country in order to avoid allegations of vote fraud and other that contributes to the rise of violence. At the stakeholders consultation session in Mombasa, the commission has found itself accused of lack of independence while they're being pressured not to comply with the vote security mechanism during the coming general elections in 2027. The sessions has brought together our IEBC commissioners into efforts of building a new character and the commission, which its new commission that has been broken by claims of lack of independence.
Really don't care even if chair was given to Charlene Ruto. I mean, I don't care. If there's transparency, let it be there, and we trust because there is transparency. You remember all Minor Kia's case? In it I was also a petitioner. Anti-Rob Kituru was also a petitioner. And the court pronounced that counting at the polling station is final. And it should be final. So, it needs to eliminate the constituency tallying center and should also eliminate Bomas of Kenya. This is where all the problem emanates.
We wanted to recall some members of parliament. We were told that there is no law that supports that. But then who should do this? So maybe this is something that as a commission, while you are sitting, this is something that you need. You know, we are a country with a constitution, but we lack constitutionalism.
My concern and my biggest concern from 1992 after the repeal of Section 2A, every election kuna kuwa mauaji na watu wanakufa. Young people have been shot by the police. As a result, after the result announcement from the IEBC.
In prison, most of the guys who are arrested and end up in prison, they don't have the ID and all that. So there is always a concerted effort that you need to take so that they get those voting, their way to voting. And that requires that probably sometimes you carry the guys from the ID so that they get all their documents proper and they vote. Their second concern is they need to vote for all seats. The gentlemen in Shimo, they have some attachment probably to women rep here. There are certain responsibilities that a woman rep or a governor can make them achieve. And therefore it is important that they vote for all seats.
Money in elections, planning, all this stuff in Mombasa here, all over the country, logistics. Why do we sacrifice that money only for 80 million, for 8 million, or for almost 40% of
expected to improve in the near future due to the frequent arrival of ships at the port. Lamu Port is positioned at the port that will facilitate trade with many countries around the world due to its deep water that helps accommodate the largest ships in the world. Speaking after guiding and anchoring of the MV Labovia ship that brought 592 boxes that will be transported to Zanzibar, Abdulaziz Mzee, the managing director of Lamu Port, says that it is the beginning of the boom as many companies have shown interest in using the Lamu Port.
Operations at the port of Lamu are expected to improve in the coming days following an increase of the frequency of ships' arrival. The port has gained recognition as a key hub for international trade thanks to its deep port that can accommodate larger. Speaking for overseeing the docking of the MV Lobivia, which arrived with 592 containers to destined for Zanzibar, Lamu Port Director General Abdulaziz described this as a promising beginning, noting that many companies have expressed interest in the using of the facility.
biashara ya poti ya Lamu inaendelea kunoga na kuwa nzuri. Leo asubuhi tumepokea meli kwa jina ya inaitwa Lobivia. Imekuja na makasha 592 ambayo yote ni ya kuteremshwa hapa kwa biashara ya transshipment. Kisha kutakuja meli zingine ambazo zitachukua haya makontena, na mzigo mwingi unaoteremshwa hapa kwa sasa kulingana na zile cargo manifest ni mzigo wa kwenda Zanzibar.
General Abulaziz added that positioning the port as a center for loading and offloading containers via feeder vessels will significantly boost the country's economy and create job opportunities for local residents. However, with ships now arriving every week, the port's management plan to introduce modern container handling equipment to ensure faster and more efficiency operations.
Definitely it's becoming an opportunity even for the county. As you have seen, the vessel has come here. We have been some companies that are doing tallying, and other operations are benefiting from here. We have had companies that are coming, registered suppliers of water and other commodities that are needed by the vessel. So by having these ships calling here, they're also opening up opportunities for the locals here. We have had several young people that are getting employed as tally clerks and lashing gang and all other opportunities that are associated with the ships.
Reporting for Mwangaza TV Prime News, I'm Evelyn Wangari.
From the coastal region in Lamu, let's now switch to Kiambu County. Residents of Ayena invaded the Como area in Juja and Kiambu County have a reason to smile after the construction of a modern primary school ending years of dangerous and long walks of schools far away. The school, constructed through the NGCDF, brought relief to parents whose children used to brave stretches of bushlands where hyenas are known to roam, journeys which have been riskier. During the rainy season, the routes become trenches, often forcing many pupils to miss classes entirely. Speaking during the opening of the school, Juja Member of Parliament George Kimburu says the daily ordeal of the parents and children is now over, adding that this new school would bring education closer as well as assure the safety of their kids.
Manyumba vile mnaona zote zimefanyiwa walling yote. Sasa ni upande ya roofing. Naweza sema iko karibu 80%, 75-80% through. Na manjia, kuna police post hapa, kutakuwa na banking hall hapa, kutakuwa na processing yenyewe huko nyuma ambayo ni nyumba kubwa ya 83 meters ambayo yote mashini itatoka ngambo iweze kumalizia gold yetu hapa, iwe fully processed. Ikitoka hapa inaweza enda kwa world market. Ndio kwa sababu tuko hapa leo kwa inspection kuhakikisha kazi hii kuisha haraka. Wenyewe wanasema wanahitaji miezi 2, 60 days wawe wamemalizana na hapa hii factory ya gold refinery yaanze kufanya kazi. The gold refinery iko internationally accredited. Hiyo ni kumaanisha bei ya gold ile itakuwa hapa kila siku itakuwa ile ya international market. Watu wetu hawataumia sana tena. Hawataumia tena kwenda kutafuta mahali ya kuuza gold yao. Wakifika hapa hata ikiwa gramu moja, ikiwa kilo moja, yote italipwa hapa na bei ya siku hiyo international market. Pia hapa kutakuwa na laboratory ambayo itapima hiyo gold ili watu wetu wapate value for their product. Si kama wakati huu ambao watu wa katikati ndio wanaweza kufaitika sana kuliko wenye kufanya kazi. Manufaa kwanza ni bei. Bei ya gold yao itaweza kupata bei ya kisasa. La pili, hautangoja malipo yako, hutanyanyaswa, hutakosa mahali ya kwenda. Namba ya tatu, kupitia mradi huu serikali inatengeneza cooperatives ambazo zitakuwa kila mahali Kenya hii ambapo kazi ya gold inafanyika. Hiyo through cooperatives ndio hizo gold zitaletwa, ikifika hapa inatengenezwa inaenda ng'ambo. Pia tutakuwa na special economic zone. That means that tukiwa hapa, ile kazi inafanyika Dubai itafanyika hapa, ile inafanyika China itafanyika hapa. Hatutaenda kutafuta mahali ya kutengeneza value addition, na mali yote ile inatokana na gold itakuwa hapa.
Siko sawa.
We apologize for that mix-up, and small-scale miners in the country have found a relief following the constructions of a gold refining plant costing 5.8 billion Kenyan shillings in Ladabata in Kakamega in Ikolomani. The factory, which is 80% complete, as you've seen on the screens, is expected to be completed in 2 months. Ikolomani Member of Parliament Bernard Shinali has commended the construction progress, promising to pressure the contractor to complete the work on time, revealing that the factory will reduce injustices against the small-scale miners to boost the economy of the entire western region. And now let's revisit that story from Kiambu County, whereby residents of Ayena invested the Dekomo area in Juja in Kiambu County. They'll have a reason now to smile after the constructions of a modern primary school.
A newly constructed modern primary school spearheaded by Juja MP George Koimburi has brought education closer to home, promising safety and easy access for local children. Speaking during the official opening of the school on his first public appearance since being discharged from the Nairobi hospital, Koimburi pledged to continue expanding learning facilities in the area.
Kijiji hiki kinaitwa Dekoma, pahali ambapo tulikuwa tumevamiwa na fisi wengi, na pahali hapa watoto hawakuwa wanaenda shule. Kwa hivyo wakati nilikuja nikasema lazima tujenge shule. Ile changamoto ambayo tumekumbana nayo ni kwamba hii shule ilikuwa imegrabiwa na wakora, wakaja wakachukua uwanja huu na wakaufanya slaughterhouse. Tumewapeleka kotini na wameweza kuachilia hili shamba, na ndio sababu tunaendelea kujenga shule.
The MP also issued a stern warning to the land grabbers who he alleged had illegally taken portions of the school's land. He vowed to start fencing the compound immediately to secure it and warned trespassers to keep off. His sentiments were echoed by Juja Deputy County Commissioner Daniel Ndege, who gave 3 months ultimatum to anyone holding illegal title deeds for any public land to surrender them before facing legal consequences.
Tumeanzia hapa Dikoma na kokote hapa Chucha. Kama kuna mtu aliusiwa samba ya public utility, tumepeana onyo ya 3 months. Kama wewe ulipewa title na umegundua ni ya public utility, ilikuwa ya shule, urudishe pole pole.
Reporting for Mwangaza Prime News, Maureen Kimathi.
Thanks, Maureen Kimathi, for that report. It's exactly 21 minutes on the clock. Let's take a break that tonight on a news bulletin. Come back, get some insight on the matters of the National Music Festival that is ongoing in Meru County. It is the 97th edition, and today marks the 11th day, as well as the insecurity in Isiolo. There has been attention following the assassination attempt of the Somali Secretary General. Much more coming on the screens on this break.
Unatazama TV, tumaini lako.
head to Meru County as the National Music Festival continues the 11th day in the 97th edition. Education CS Julius Migos has announced plans to establish special schools for talents and arts in the country. Announcing the move in Meru County, where over 140 students participated from various institutions across the country, Migos said schools will aim to nurture and develop the potential students who demonstrate their skills in the national competition. Migos added that the competition in the music festival are important pillar in strengthening the competency-based curriculum system in promoting creativity, critical thinking and skills for students through their compositions and performances.
And so far we have 140,000 participants from various schools across the country protected, and so far the team that is handling the committee, that is the national committee that is handling it, has done a superb job. We've had no incidences of indiscipline or of any other nature, and we are just cruising towards it being successful when we complete on Saturday. The national festival is actually funded by the Sports Fund, and we work with them to get the resources from there. This year the fund is supposed to release resources equal to about 250 million, but it hasn't come. I'm working with them to see that it is released so that the payments can be done to the various players. And so we are working as a government together to ensure that, because of the way the calendar is, we couldn't wait for the resources before we do the function. So we are proceeding with it, and we are handling whatever challenge that is coming to ensure that there are no hiccups going forward. So we'll be able to deal with it. Funding is available. And of course they have requested that because of how talented our children are and the high level of performances that we've had, that perhaps it is time we thought about creating an academy, academy of creative arts nationally, so that when these students finish and those who are talented enough can proceed to get training in that academy, for them to continue advancing their talent and for them to be able to benefit from that particular talent that they are actually competent in. So it is a conversation, I think, that whose time has come, and as a government will explore the possibility of actually establishing a national academy of creative arts and creative arts and music.
A section of Somali community elders and young people in Isiolo County have condemned the insecurity occurrences in entire Isiolo town, where some people have lost their lives and others seriously injured. The most recent was assassination attempt targeting Somali Council of Elders Secretary General Mr. Aidil Arson as he was going for evening prayers at the Jamia Mosque. According to the residents, the insecurity incidences, although have not been very sure, seems like politically instigated assassinations led by Chairperson Mzee Abdikadir Sharif Abdullahi said in the past 5 weeks, youth from the community Ismail was killed in what was alleged to be a road accident. However, the elders differ with the narrative and feel like they have been attacked due to the state of his body.
Kwa hakika Isiolo iko masukasuko aina tofauti, lakini hii masukasuko hiyo si wa Somali ndio wamelete, wenye kulete ndio wamelete. Mimi hapana sema jina ya mtu na jina ya jamii, lakini hiyo imetuumiza kama sisi wa Somali, na sisi tumeshindwa sababu na kisa ya kuumizwa na kuuawa sisi, na sisi ndio watu wenye amani na wenye kudumisha amani katika Isiolo ni moja yetu. Hapa Isiolo iko jamii mingi: Somali, Borana, Turkana, Samburu, Meru, minority, Kiku, iko watu wengi, lakini tumeona na tumeshindwa kujua sababu gani wa Somali na uwawa kila leo.
Mimi ningependa kuishauri serikali yetu hii, the primary responsibility of the government is safety ya mwananchi. My safety is first. Waswahili wanasema ukiona mwenzako amenyoa na wewe utie kichwa yako maji. Sasa hata mimi niko kwa hofu tu. Tuko na hofu. Kwa sababu huyu mtu maskini ametoka hapa Imana anaenda msikitini, amepigwa risasi. Na ni mtu anaenda kufanya ibada yake ya swala kwenda kumuomba Mwenyezi Mungu. Unaona huyu mtu ni very peaceful person. Na alikuwa anatembea anaamri yuko peke yake.
Na sasa tumeona kupigwa hiyo ni kusudi tunakusudiwa. Kwa hivyo tunasema, kama mimi mwenyekiti nasema serikali yetu tukufu ashukue hatua, sababu serikali ndio ulinzi ya mtu na mali yake. Mtu yetu nabigwa na bunduki na watu wametoroka. CID, County Commissioner, Deputy Commissioner, County Commander, OSPD, DCIO, serikali ya Cielo, pamoja na governor, tafadhali sana, sisi wa Somali tunaomba.
And from Northeastern region, we call it a wrap tonight right here on the News Center. Many thanks for making time for us to inform you tonight on the News Bulletin. My name is Kelvin Ndunda, and language interpreter has been Vivian Wakesh. And of course, special thanks to the entire team that has made this bulletin a success. Good night.